I offer my obeisances time and again unto Sri Guru and Sri Gaurachandra, Srimati Radhika, her associates and her holy abode Sri Vrindavan, and unto Sri Krishna, his devotees and the devotees of his devotees. May they bless us to comprehend the subject matter at hand, which is part 3 of the Light Casts No Shadows series, translated on the go from the essay of Armin Risi. Very important subject matter. So let's continue to the text. Materialism. The first possibility how to define light from the perspective of darkness would be light equals shadow. Now that sounds a bit funny, but if we look at it, then you will see what it means. In this symbolic formulation, it is of course clear that something is wrong. We know that light is not the same as darkness, but there are worldviews which actually are based on that paradigm. So let's look at it. The dominant paradigm says relativity is reality. And this is also found in the view that only that which is materially perceptible exists. So all that is found in the universe, even life and consciousness, is to be explained or can be explained with the laws or by the laws of science. In the beginning was matter, then galaxies, sun systems, planets, and our solar system, on which the Earth had its glowing crust, and then it cooled down, and that unorganic primal matter developed into organic bricks, so to say. And from these bricks, when they joined together and had enough complexity, then came the one-cellular organisms. From those came the plants and the first animals. And from some animals, from some fishes, came the amphibia, and from some amphibia came the reptiles, and from the reptiles came the mammals. And by the accumulation of random, small, useful mutations, all this happened. So came the primates, and then the human-like ancestors, which were very monkey-like. And when they developed a brain of substantial size, then development of consciousness began. So that means that at a certain point, the brain of our ancestors had developed enough complexity for self-reflection, and that is termed as consciousness. What sounds so modern and scientific is in fact the worldview of materialism, and it says that matter is the only reality, Everything is matter, and there is only matter. And according to this premise, consciousness is a product of the brain, and that is found in the theory of evolution. When the animal-like ancestors of man developed a brain that was complex enough, he suddenly started to think, and also started to have stupid thoughts, especially that he would be something else than an animal. And according to this materialistic worldview, man has to be defined as follows: the mammal that thinks it is no animal. Or, if you want to phrase it even more poignant, the animal that thinks to have a free will. Because the modern neuropsychology thinks that there is actually no such thing as a free will, which is another complex subject matter. Maybe we can discuss that in a future essay. So, who nowadays does not believe that humans 1 million years or something like that ago were primitive and animal-like, and that this ancient mammal came from lower life forms, emerged from them? This worldview is, which is rarely doubted nowadays, is based on philosophy of materialism, a belief system, and on top of it, one that is completely unproven. No one has ever seen or proven how from one amphibic a reptile emerged, or from a reptile emerged a mammal. There's not even a theoretic model which describes this succession with all the steps. And the idea that a reptile successively grows into a mammal is actually quite ridiculous. If you imagine that kind of being, imagine 90% reptile, 10% mammal, 80% reptile, 20% mammal, etc. Just think about that. And before we go to the next section, I want to do a little excursion, and I want to suggest you that there is a video. Just looking, where is the DVD? I had it flying around here, now it's in the shelf, I cannot go there now. It is called, well, whatever it's called, I will tell you in the next video. So there it is. Actually, the whole theory of evolution as we are being taught nowadays is disproven in that scientific DVD. You know, most of us who are evolved enough or have conscious experience and a faith in the supreme conscious entity known as God know that it's absurd that life could emerge from that matter, because that matter doesn't have will and doesn't have direction. And there are so many proofs, like the whole random explanation that it's by random chance. It's even mathematically disproven that that could be a cause of life to emerge, etc. So there's so many proof. For those of you who are interested, I will mention that title. So in the next video we will discuss holism, deism and pantheism. That will be part 4 of our Light Casts No Shadow series. Thanks for your attention and for your likes, your comments, your shares. Share if you care. And yeah, I'm looking forward to discuss this with you, and may the Om Love be with you. Jai Shri Radhe Shyam.